Hello and welcome to episode 14 of our Timberborn Folktails Cliffside playthrough. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Glad to hear you. Glad to have you. I can speak good. Um, Today we're just gonna keep terraforming and see what other little projects we can come up with. Probably try to get that well-being up some more and just keep plugging along. Let's see. First thing, I want to get a path down here. So we're gonna do that to start with. Just like that. And then we're gonna lay single dynamite here just because I like the big chain of explosions. So we're gonna match it to this level. So that's something they can work on. This excavator's not at the bottom yet, but we have a lot of injured beavers, so I'm a little nervous to turn it back on. It is an injury machine. Let's see. I do think we could benefit from another Lido. Why are we flooding all of a sudden? We should be flooding all of it. Well, I think it finally reached the top of the reservoir up there. We're going to keep blowing stuff up. We don't have a lot of dynamite. We just started getting bad water again. In fact, we're already full on bad water. Let's take some out of this rig. I think maybe just 2 beavers would be okay there for now. And we're flooding because this finally reached the top, so it's just working its way through the system. I do think I want to get some spadderdock going. That's an aquatic plant, aquatic crop. And I'm thinking let me think here. Let's narrow that. How narrow can we make this channel? We need it 3 wide for the water to properly escape. So let's make it not more than 3 wide. Oh. See, that was a drought coming. Okay, we have lots of water stored up, so I'm not even worried about that. Oh, it's not going to be 3 wide right there. We might even need to delete this one. So something like that. And then we'll put stairs down right here. What am I trying to do? Some platforms over the water. Let's see. We build the aquatic farmhouse. Where can that reach? So with the shape of it, we're actually going to want even more platforms, it looks like. Something like that, perhaps. Okay, and that's going to reach all of our growing area. This is just to get us another type of food. And we're also going to build a stairs down here so that the beavers can reach those levees up there, and that will force the water to go one level higher, which is exactly what we want it to do, because Spadderdock needs it to be one deep, the water. So we can blow up more of this to expand our growing area even. I guess there was already a slope here, so we didn't need this stairs necessarily, but whatever. I don't think it's a big deal. Something like that maybe to start with. Let's just see how that looks for our growing area. Okay, these levees are complete. So this will fill up to that one tile height, and then it will go over that. And they are flowing over there, and we have just a little bit of water. This is increasing our evaporation quite a bit, but I think we can spare that. So let's go ahead and just mark at least this half of it for Spadderdock for now. And we can even put in cattails on the other side. Just like that. Let's build another zipline station though. Make this more efficient. Right there. And then we can connect. Instead of to that zipline station, it will go down here and then over there. And we can set this at high priority. Fill up the reservoir some more. Let's have some water splash over from that explosion. It's fine. It only looks like it's too high now. There we go. The drought has started. I'm going to pause one of the large pumps. We have a lot of water stored up. That should be perfectly fine. Thankfully, we can keep getting bad water through this drought because of the bad water rig. All right, so now that drastically made everything shorter to work with down here. A shorter travel time. So I thought it was drastic. Oh, where does this one connect to? Zipline beam. Okay. The zipline beam that's not built yet because they can't reach it. Aha! That's something we missed last time. But if all we do, will that work? Apparently that can't go over. It needs to be a little bit taller. Or is it hitting the windmills? Nope. So building that will allow us to reach up there. Just going to be a little bit messy to get up there. Perfect. I do want that high priority so that that zip line gets built. So right now, I didn't even realize that because we're missing this beam, our mine wasn't even connected to the zipline network. Not that we are using the mine quite yet because we still have, okay, we don't have much scrap metal, but we do have some. So that'll still be useful. All right. We did have a suggestion that we could build another irrigation pond up here to irrigate this whole area, and that will definitely be the plan once we need the food production. But I think with this aquatic food, I think we're going to be sitting pretty okay. Ah, they can't reach this without a path. There we go. Easy problem to address. I do like our little cap here that kept all that spillover from happening. We're having a lot of vacancies, and it's mainly because of all the injured beavers. Do all of those beavers have a bed? They're in a bed, they're in a bed. I think so. I haven't seen any that weren't in a bed. This line of ladders plus medical beds actually worked out really well. I might put platforms by some other, like right here. We need more medical beds. We can just do this and call it a day, basically. Contemplation spots fit there too? No, they can't. But medical beds can. We could put a contemplation spot at the top. Yeah. So that's actually pretty useful. Another Lido. Let's go ahead and delete this path here. Oh, not all the way there. We do need some of those lumberjacks. A Lido can go right there. All we need to do to connect that then is, you know, we're doing so good on wood. I am going to delete these three. Now allow me to put the path there and call it good. But we lost 3 oaks, gained 3. So it all works out. There we go. Now that should help with our wet fur bonuses and with our Lido need. I don't think they were all getting Lido as much as they needed. No, they were not. So that should help. Okay, these guys haven't started planting anything quite yet. And I can tell you why. All the water is overflowing. We actually do need some... What's going to be the best way to do that? It's going to be hard to automate entirely off the map. Well... yeah, it will. The simplest way to do it would just be to add floodgates up here. And then we have them, when the water stops flowing, we have them up slightly. And that's how high it will keep the water over here. This one was closed, always, but we're at the point where we want to send water down here. So we're going to have that. Actually, we should have had another sluice up here so it could get too high. This bottom one's not going to cut it. And if I delete that, let's close this up for now. Okay, it is closed, but I'm going to actually close it and pump this water out so that we can delete this without losing all that water that we had stored. I hope that makes sense. It might not. My brain doesn't always work the way I think it should. Please tell me we're not cutting those maples. Okay, good. But we can clear the cutting here and plant those other maples. And these can be chestnuts like we planned. Just gotta make sure that we don't cut those either. Good. That'll help with our maple syrup needs for sure. And this is done, so we can delete the scaffolding that we built for that. Just don't need that anymore. More explosions. Check where everybody can reach. Still just fine on the reach. We can actually blow up some more of that if we want, but I think we'll hold off for now. We don't need that much. um, aquatic crops at this exact moment. I will just plant more cattails on these dirt sections that we built. There we go. And over here, just to make it a little more symmetrical. Good. This might honestly be more cattails than we need. Oh well, better to have too many. We might need another aquatic farmhouse also. That's a possibility. Okay. What's the holdup here? Too far from a district center. Ah. We're going to put paths on this ladder. Now they're going to plant all that dynamite. We're going to chew through the explosives very quickly here, though. We are kind of low on dirt. In fact, we are out of dirt. Because we couldn't plant this, couldn't build that one. Let's turn that excavator back on. We are recovering from our injuries. We are out of scrap. That means it is time. Mine is online. Let's just only put one in there for now, though. Because it is an injury machine. So yeah, we're consuming treated planks. Every treated plank after 18 hours is 5 scrap. Now the hours goes down, we have more beavers working in here. So if that turns out not to be enough, we can always put more in there. I just don't want more to get injured, and I don't want to have no beavers in there. Excuse me. So we're not pumping this water out of here like I wanted because we don't have storage for it. So I want to find a place for another large tank. And I honestly think having a storage of water over here that we have our haulers fill up for us would be good. So that the beavers working over on this side of the map have a place to stop and get water when they're thirsty. So, with that in mind, set it to water, set it to obtain. You can unpause both of those and just drain out this water and store it. That'll be the plan. No, this should be just supply. This is obtain. Okay. Good. Build that. Gears are looking okay. Planks are looking good. We need to give it a minute for our dynamite to catch up. Our explosives. We still have full bad water storage, even with the 2 explosive factories and centrifuge running. Well, I guess the centrifuge isn't running because we're full on extract. So honestly, we can take another beaver out of here. We just have all the bad water we need right now. Coming in, running into some population issues again. I think I'm just gonna keep building on top of this one. I'm gonna do another triple lodge. We just need more beavers, more workers. Get more stuff done. And we got to remember to put the decorations back up top. A roof. And a lantern. Already built. Because we have a lot of builders. Like to see it? There we go. And we're pumping out of here. I assume pretty quickly. Remember, we did make this whole channel deeper over here. Oh yeah, we're at the bottom now. So let's remake this sluice over here. In order to fill it up this high, we just need a sluice that's higher than that. Or at the same tile as that, is what I should say. Just say one high floodgate on top. And they can't reach it. Or can they? The answer is no, they cannot right now. The longer answer is no, they cannot at all. Till I build something more. This will be overkill. I'll get the job done though. Ta-da. In fact, we don't even need this one, I don't think. So we can set this to open when downstream depth is, yeah, below 1.3. So we can stop draining all the water out of here. We can keep pumping, I guess. We got a lot of water still there, but what we do need to do is set this back to automatic. So it's going to open that up and fill up this section again, which this sluice will then let water out of here once it's high enough, and we can get our aquatic crops going. That is the theory. This is open. It's not high enough back there yet, probably because we have those two large pumps going. They'll get there. It's going to drain quite a bit out of here. You can see how fast that is draining. Holy buckets. So that's draining fast, filling up this area, this deeper channel where we pump from, and trying to eventually fill up this area. And just the amount that we're pumping out. That is what we are witnessing here. And it's going fast. All right, the water level's starting to rise over here. We just don't want it to flow out the edge of the map. So really, this just needs to be higher than this. 1.35. That might be a little too high. Let's bump that down to 0.25 and put this up a little bit. And then that should be just fine. Although, what was I thinking? Duh, that can't be submerged. Somebody was yelling at me watching my plan, saying that's not going to work. That's not going to work. All right, so let's delete that. Just put another layer of platforms here, huh? Now this will work. With a ladder right there. And the aquatic farmhouse. And then all the beavers, while they go there, will have to get wet. See, now that'll work, and now they will plant these. Took a while to get that running, but that's fine. Hey, this is ready to go. And kaboom. Nice. I don't think I can place an explosive below this. Nope. So let's just leave that one spot for now. It's not the end of the world. Now we can go down far. Triple explosives. Good. Let's do this one too. and they are going to get to work. We have, I won't say a lot of explosives, but we have enough to have them get busy to start with. We might need another one of these aquatic farmhouses, and then we would just build over here, basically, over the top of this river, but out of the water. Hey, our dirt excavator's almost to the bottom. Once this hits the bottom, it doesn't go through the bottom of the map, but it will keep generating the dirt. So you don't need to keep moving it around trying to find a spot to excavate from, which would be a real pain in the butt because that means there'd be a limited amount of dirt on the map. Okay, excuse me. A little tired. I yawned. Not the end of the world. I keep saying that a lot today. But yeah, not a lot of things are the end of the world. We would have to do some serious mismanagement in order for our colony to die down. I'm not saying it's impossible by any stretch of the imagination. You know, like mismanagement, like for, say, pumping out everything like we're kind of on track to do right now. We really drained this really quick. That was kind of impressive. Not in a good way, though, but I'm still impressed. It just filled up a lot here. This is going to increase our evaporation quite a bit. That's my only concern with it. So we might want to look at getting this taller yet. And what was holding us back before was the overhangs and such, but they're gone now, so we can work on getting this taller. We're going to have to delete this road, though, unfortunately, this path. And if we want to keep using that method, we'll have to build more ladders up there. We don't need that right now. When we decide we want to make that taller, we'll get it done. We'll get access to there at that point. We do need a way up here, though, which for now is simple enough with just a ladder. It should always be simple enough with a ladder there. But we can't build there, so it's not as simple as that, actually. Yeah, okay. Let's just build the full-on scaffolding then. And then we won't have to worry about it. So that one's right there, so we want the next one right here. And then go across like that. Did I build ladders there? I did. That's not what I wanted to do. Platforms first, and then ladders to reach it. Something like that. Sure, why not? Oh, this needs to be one taller over here. And we need stairs. That's a weird angle to try to do that from. There. Right now they can walk on this overhang in order to build. So that's kind of funny. That's working out, I guess. Good for them. All right, so we are going to need storage for these spadderdock and cattails. So let's go ahead and set that up before we get too crazy. Going to go in warehouses, of course. One of them for spadderdock and one of them for cattail roots. Okay, we are almost at 100 beavers, guys. That's going to be a pretty good achievement. Pretty good milestone. Yeah, that's what I mean. We only have 3 kits right now. I do feel comfortable building another one of these triple launches. They'll hold 9 more beavers, and that should be able to push us over 100. We've got to build the ladder up to the top of that just to place that roof and lantern. Okay. We still have these paused. They're probably going to stay paused, and we are full on water with one of these paused. Let's just pause both of them right now to hopefully not. Oh, we have ran out of water with 3 days left of our drought. We really should have paused those pumps earlier. So the only thing this is actually irrigating right now, you'll see it's out of water. It's really only these farms. You can actually let more water out that way. Only these trees, and the trees have a long enough time that they won't die. These irrigation ponds with the fluid dumps are filled from our tanks. So since we're not out of water in our tanks, those have no threat of going dry. What does have a threat of going dry is this. And if it looks like it is, we could always put some fluid dumps here. It would be a waste. It would be exposing a lot of water to evaporation. I don't know if this food is worth doing that to try to save. We're missing explosives. So we finally used them with the bad water. Nope. It's not the bad water. That's the hold up. So I do think one thing I'm going to do is tunnel through this terrain here. Or no, it's not even the terrain. Or is it? I can't even see. Let's see, where do I have these? Okay. So as long as we go over the floodgates, I just want to be able to get power over to this side. And there we have it. We have power on this side. Um, we then can even build another zipline station here if we want. That might not be the worst idea. Well, there's one here and there. This isn't that far anyway. But now we can continue expanding. I do want another explosive factory. That's why I was trying to get power over here. I was greedy for more explosives. I like the kabooms. And then we can put even a medium tank for bad water obtained. They do need to be able to reach these to build it. That's going to be the tricky part, I guess. I say the tricky part, but really it's not super tricky. Once you realize I already had these platforms here. And that we're laying people that use ladders. And with that, after that gets built, they can access all of those power shafts. Voila. Okay, where are all of our beavers at? Why aren't they building this? What are they busy doing? They're busy up here. Why is that too far from the district center? Oh, that one's blocking it. Done. This is clear. Okay. They're working on that. They're working on this. Okay. So the main problem is we just have a lot of tasks right now. So let's address that issue with our new population and build another builder's hut. Or even two. Top priority. Get her done. Oh, and this is ready to explode. No, it's not. Oh, no. I jumped the gun. Now we got that ugly mess there. Darn it. My bad. That's what that was. Just, yep, my bad. This is a totally inefficient way to get beavers over here. But I don't feel like thinking of a more efficient way right now. Sorry. All right, so we made it through that drought. Let's turn these pumps back on before we forget. Good. We're still doing good on food. We're constantly eating those roasted chestnuts, but we'll get more of those trees online here before we know it. Pine resin. Have we started actually building any pine resin reserves? Not particularly. I don't know if we've harvested. Yeah, we must have harvested the first batch from here. Our tapper is staying busier. And he kind of had a, just a really easy job beforehand. Now we're giving him something to do. I accept that. All right, I really do want these completed so that we can harvest these cattails. That spadderdock is almost done too. So we're going to have to start getting stuff ready to process the spadderdock. and the cattails. So the first thing we need for the cattails is another grist mill. Actually, that's not a bad way to do it right there. Once we finally get the power over there. That will make cattail flour. And then we need a bakery, another bakery for that. Which I think can go right by it. Making cattail crackers. And that's the only food we can make from there. But they are going to be worth 2 well-being. I just like giving the beavers the food variety, to be honest. It's weird they haven't built that one yet. Actually, they don't need to. They just need to build that one. They should be able to do that without building this. Just build that one power shaft, please. Do we have more that was lacking for this? Oh. Oh. Well, that's not good, guys. I miscalculated. That there can now be, yeah, it can be just like that. The trouble is getting over this floodgate right now. And to do that, it's not going to be too bad. We just need a tunnel right there, but it's angry at us. Maybe if we delete that, it'll let us build the tunnel. Why is it angry? Why does it say no tunnel? I'm confused. Why can't we build the tunnel there? It's because of the overhang over here. That is why. Confusion is done. Now it's just getting more complicated, guys. Makes me want to kind of blow up that the aqueduct, to be perfectly honest. Wouldn't be a very good thing to do. We worked hard on it. Thought this power, getting this power over here would be easier than it is proving to be. Still don't know why those overhangs are interfering with the tunnel there. They shouldn't. But that's got to be what's interfering. Well, shoot. I don't suppose we can build a platform on top of floodgates. No, why would we be able to do that? We don't need that, actually. We're going to get it over there. Don't you worry. It's just going to take a kind of stupid amount of finagling. So we need this to be one lower now, actually. Instead of that double platform, let's do a single. And then we can do... Oh, no, it's going to hit the... It hits the explosive factory. Alright. I'm done fighting with it. By that, I mean... we're just going to do the even easier way than all of this that we've been doing. That somebody's probably like, why aren't you just doing it the easy way? And connect up to these water wheels. Because nothing else. These aqueduct water wheels, they are acting as a way to transfer power across. So we don't need that power shaft. Instead, we need solid ones reaching up there. Here, there. Done. And there's a lot of other junk below there that we could delete that we won't need anymore. But honestly, we don't even see it that much. I'm not worried. I think at the start of this drought, we are going to end it because we are getting up there in time. You know what? I want to try to get this. It'd be really cool if we can get this up one more level. Because then it'll be higher than it goes out there and we can kind of show off the pressurized water. And honestly, not only just show off the pressurized water, see if I did the pressurized water correctly. Because there's a chance I messed it up. Okay. Drought is approaching. Do I need to go up here? I shouldn't, actually. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yep. Which means I gotta go. I don't. That'll be fine right there. Okay. Paths. Zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I don't even need that because I can probably reach it from up there. And this one can be deleted. Well, deleted temporarily because we're going to need to get it up higher than that. Levee, levee, levee. Not right there, though. Damn. And then, no, actually, for now, at this height, this is the solution. Oh, the ladders make things so much easier, but yes, it is cheap. I apologize. Let's see if these beavers can get that stuff done. We have power over here. And for the spadderdock, we're going to want to build another large warehouse. For the grilled spadderdock, it needs to be grilled before we can consume it. So that one. And the grill, the grill is going to go I don't know. It's going to go right over here. And they're just going to transport it over there for the grilled spadderdock. That's what's going to happen. Food. Grill. Right there. Grilled spadderdock. All in the interest of getting more more well-being from more food sources. I think at that point, I think we have all the food sources for folktails. Yeah, all we need is the grilled spadderdock, and we have all the different forms of nutrition. Really nice if they could build this a little faster here. It's almost like they're listening. I don't even know if I needed this separate little... If this fills up above this, without us increasing the size of this, this was pointless. And we can demolish it. We'll just, we'll monitor that fact. It's of course all flowing right there. That makes total and complete sense. It's flowing off the backside until this is done. Which means it's going above that. That means this little plan was pointless. So we're going to want to get back with an overhang and delete all that dirt. By delete, I mean use explosives. Because it's not doing anything for us. We are officially above this sluice gate, though. A nice tall reservoir. It's actually very tall. Drought has started, a 28-day drought. That might be the longest we've had. Or did we have 29? I don't remember. We're definitely in the realm where we can get 30-day droughts. And it just hasn't happened yet, and I'm okay with that. I did say at the start of this drought, I was going to end it. I'm going to stick to my word. What we got going today? We got aquatic farming going. We finally needed to use our mine because we used up the last of our above ground ruins. We progressed building the reservoir higher. We progressed demolishing this corner. All good stuff. Nothing super crazy got done. We hit 100 population. That's a good milestone. And I like that we got this set up. I really do. If you watched to the end of this video, thank you so much. It does help me out a tremendous amount. If you liked the video, which I don't know why you'd watch it to the end if you didn't like it, but if you did like it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment with suggestions or what you liked in this video, what I could do better, what you'd like to see me build. I appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting. And with that, I will see you guys next time.